It's the real Newsreel, covering the events from around the world with the people who are making it, shaking it, and quaking it. Well, topping the news, of course, has to do with the Donald, the Trumpster, the veritable only president in U.S. history to have lost the popular vote twice, the only president in U.S. history to be impeached twice, and what could add to the ignominious nature of his fall? Guess what? He fell off just like Humpty Trumpty did, and nobody could put those pieces back together again. He's no longer on the Forbes most richest men list. Or maybe we should add women too. Oprah's not on the list. Now, of course, there's one big difference. Everybody loves Oprah, and just about everybody hates Trump. In maybe not so lighter news in the Me Too Much Karen movement, well, we've got some news about the exoneration of a lot of those dudes. Well, all they were doing is being a little frisky. And Tavis Smiling of PBS, the former senator of Minnesota, former SNL comic, and Garrison Keillor, don't you know, with the latter pointing out that if you keep this up, no more flirting, guess what? No more human race. Well, in spite of the fact that everybody seems to have no problem being vaccinated for, well, maybe even in special cases, distemper, malaria just came out, chicken pox, polio, but for some reason they don't want to be vaxxed for the COVID. You know, it's kind of like them dogs that used to chase the tires of cars. You don't see them anymore, and I suspect the reason why, they're in doggy heaven, or maybe in this case, doggy and kitty cat hell. Don't you make you wonder, don't you? Well, and our final story kind of reminds me when I was a little kiddo back in the 1900s. I thought the future would be a lot like Star Trek. It turned out to be a lot more like Mad Max. Yes, the news has come out that Facebook, what everybody remembers in high school was that trashed thing about people would pass around and make nasty comments about each other, and it turns out that's exactly what it is. But it's more nefarious than that. Turns out they turned off the controls to prevent liars, cheats, thieves, hate mongers after the election, and probably was solely responsible for that January 6th insurrection riot, and frankly an attempt toward revolution based not only on falsehoods, but actually just amazingly random stupidity. Well, turns out they've been doing the same thing to another group noted for the similar traits. They're going after young teenage girls with their infant, baby, preteen TikTok hickory dock. Just makes you wonder what the hell this world's coming to. Well, that's just about it for the real newsreel. I wish I had some good news. I don't, so I think I'll go mix myself a double martini, if not tequila.